apart. So let me introduce myself. I'm Poetic Nurse. Nice to meet you. And due to a dear associate gave the idea of when things fall apart. And I thought, hmm, I could talk about that. Mhm. I could literally talk about that. And I thought though, in talking about it, that it should be a time, a moment where this channel is fed positivity, gratitude, heartfelt sincerity when it feels like you're all alone. It's not about anyone else, not about friends, not about foes, not about congratulators, not about haters. It's literally just about you. When it comes to me, it's just about me. So when it all falls apart, you know, I'm pretty sure a lot of us could sit in this moment of now, because that's what we have, right? It's right now. We could sit in the moment of now and say, "Mhm, I'm not where I expected to be." And if you are where you expected to be, please throw some tips of wisdom in the comments, because I would love to hear it. And I think that you can and we will get to that moment of where it's like, I've exceeded where I thought I would be, but that doesn't look too close by when you are at the place of when things fall apart, you know? When everything just falls to the wayside, you know? And it's almost like I know that I'm still alive. I'm still here, right? But even like that, our mola, if I hope I didn't say that wrong, sometimes we can't even sleep, right? Because of what's going on in our minds, in our bodies, the worry. Because it seems like right before the breakthrough, because you don't know when it's going to happen, you don't know when things are going to turn around, right? Right before that happens, it's like everything just falls apart, right? And the one thing I love about speaking out about these things is because sometimes we can't hear it. We hear our voice, but we can't hear you're going to make it. We can't hear this won't last forever because in this moment you feel how you feel. So let's first talk about what's something that you can instantly do. Tapping, that's not for me. It may be for you. Sometimes breathing and meditation, and I've often even found resistance with that. Can I get the breaths in? So I can only give you what I personally turn to in those instances, which is gratitude. I'm grateful. I might not have everything that I want, but my essential needs are met. And the desires may not have appeared in this 3D space right now, but I have life. I have technology. I could listen to music. I could speak to you guys. I could record a video. I could do all of these things from where I am. I'm not imprisoned. But when it all falls apart, it can imprison your mind. So, another thing I want to tell you, and please look up anything that I say to verify. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist, but I've studied some things for myself. And when you go over, things are falling apart. When it rains, it pours. This is just going to keep happening. Your mind doesn't know the difference. So it's just letting those things happen over and over and over again to you in this moment. Make sure you subscribe if you're here. Thank you for being here. And so it gets to that point in time where you have to take control of your mind. Everything's falling apart, but I'm still here. Everything fell apart. So that means that now there's this space that something can come in and replace it. I already live what I lost. I already lived through the pain. I already am dealing with the hurt. So for me to keep my mind on that doesn't serve me. So I'm going to move it and shift it to what I'm grateful for. And then once I change my vibration, my energy, once I deal with the fact that hmm, I'm grateful that I can breathe, I'm grateful that I can see, I'm grateful that I can talk, I'm grateful that I can hear, I'm grateful purple's my favorite color, I'm grateful teal is my favorite color. I'm grateful for the four people that are here right now. I'm grateful that my voice can be heard to let people know that you matter. Why do you matter? Because I set an intention today to speak to those who feel like everything's falling apart and I'm a failure and it's not going to get better. That was my intention on today. For anyone who just needs to hear you're unique, no one can do what you do. What does this have to do with when things fall apart? Because if, again, if you keep thinking about those things, that relationship ended, that person did that to me, they said this, it wasn't my fault, life's not fair, then you watch the cycle of these things happen continuously. And remember, the greatest thing about right now is that we're only thinking about ourselves. You're only thinking about you. And so, do you normally think about you? Are you asking yourself, what do I need? What environment do I need to be in? What do I need to hear so that I can believe? What do I need to see so that I can believe? My perception is my reality. My perception is what I am living. How do I take out the noise of the news, negative things? How do I remove that? Because we already know what's going on, but that in your mind is contaminating, especially when you're already down, when you're already looking at things as a loss. If someone stole a quarter from you, but you knew every time someone stole a quarter, now that quarter's missing, that you would get $25, would it still be a loss? I said again, you have a quarter. Somebody steals that quarter from you, but you know from what's been happening that every time Someone steals a quarter, you're gonna get $25. You would be wanting people to steal your quarters so that you could come up on the $25, right? So if we look at the loss as now an opportunity to gain more, to regain it in a different way, how much more empowering is that? Because it already fell apart. So it's what are you going to do now? Right. And this is where your resilience and your strength comes in. This is where you hold on to a higher power if you believe what's inside of you, whatever you need to do to say, even if I got to remind myself, what's the last thing that I went through? What's the last thing that was big for me that it didn't seem like I was going to have a way out? And all of a sudden, just like that, because it seems like a long time getting there. But then all of a sudden, just like that, boom, not there anymore. No longer dealing with that issue. Solution, overcame it, failed, got bruised, healed. What was the last time? Okay. So after you get that last time, because it may take a second for you to really think about it. I'm not saying that the pain matches. I'm not saying that the money deficit is the same. I'm just saying that time, at that time, when it was the biggest thing that you faced, the biggest thing that you went through, and you overcame it. You're here in this moment today, 6:09 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you made it. Now that should give you what I wanted to give you is enough confidence to believe that the uncertainty, the fear, the not knowing of what exactly is going to happen. You don't know how the pieces are going to be arranged. You don't know how this is going to replace this. You don't know how you're going to make it. But however, you know that you are going to make it. And this is for my stubborn people. So if you're not stubborn, still listen, but take a moment. So for my stubborn people, this is where you use stubbornness to your advantage. It's where you get defiant against anything trying to seep in to tell you that it's not going to happen. It's not going to work. You're not going to make it. You won't get that. It's like, who you talking to? You're not talking to me. I don't have to settle for nothing. Mm-mm. I made it before. I'll make it again. I made it before and I'll make it again. Cause I call it in. There's no, I'm not looking at the broken pieces. Cause unless I'm putting those vases back together, unless I'm putting those pieces back together, that's no, it all fell apart. So if it all fell apart, it's done, it's dust. So at this time, if anything, I'm sweeping up that and I'm like, okay, how are we gonna get some new vases? I don't have to chase it. I just need to stay consistent and disciplined on this mind thing. So every time something comes in my mind or every time something is projected on me or every time there's something in my environment that's telling me that it's not going to happen, this is where I go into I'm grateful that it is happening. I'm grateful that I will heal from the pain. I'm grateful that this relationship will be mended. I'm grateful that I'll get over this and find something better. I'm grateful that I'm walking into entrepreneurship over a job. I'm grateful to get another job. I'm grateful for the food, for the water, for the doorknob that even opens the door. I'm grateful. This is where we tap into, okay, let's try it. They say that you manifest off of what you're feeling, off of what's going on. So let me do opposite of being miserable. Let me do opposite of believing that this is a lie, this isn't the truth. Let me believe opposite and see what that does for me. And I'm telling you, I can tell you firsthand that being grateful when it all falls apart, 5 year, 10 year, 15, 20 year relationship ends. I'm grateful for the time I had, and now I must move on. Grateful that this interaction happened. Grateful I know better next time, whatever it may be. This job laid me off, let me go. It doesn't, these, nothing is paying me for what I actually have the skills for. But you know what? I'm grateful that I got the skills. I'm grateful that I'm going to keep at it. I'm grateful that I'm going to do my best. I'm grateful because I'm going to keep telling myself that I'm great. I'm going to keep telling myself that I'm grateful because if I keep telling myself that it all falls apart, that I don't have anything, that I've lost everything, that's going to get into my feelings. It's going to get me into this feeling place where now I'm like, you know what? What am I doing this for? Then it starts coming into a domino effect of limitations, fears, right? False things appearing real. So let's then go delusional because it's only delusional until it happens, right? Then once it happens, it's not delusional anymore. And I say this all the time. It's not like we're saying go to the store in gratitude. Oh, and say you're gonna win the lottery. That's not no. What I'm telling you is that when you go into gratitude, it changes the way you see things. It's like, somewhere someone is going through something more than you. So even if it was just grateful that I'm not going through something even worse, I'm grateful that I have developed and made my mind into something that I control. And I know it's not the way it looks. But how many times have you been? How many times? Listen to this. When you're almost about to get into an accident, you're in a car, you driving, you know that car should hit you. You should hit that car. But somehow you slow down, it just passed you. You're like, oh my goodness. You might have seen it, see somebody coming too fast, you push up a little bit, now they don't hit you. There's these moments that you can't control, but you made it. You actually got in a car accident, but you're fine. You're healed. You might have a scar or two, but you're right here. Go back into your mind. And if you're going to recall something, recall those things that you went through that you already overcame. So then you can pull from something. They say, all right, I might be starting over, but I'm not starting from scratch. Scratch is a baby, scratch is from the beginning. You have all your experience, you have all the lessons, what you learned, how you're going to operate now. And it's comforting to be like, you know what, we are going through something. But if you feel alone, you feel isolated, you want to isolate, you don't want anyone around you. Because sometimes who does when you're going through things? But then what are you feeding yourself? And this is where you feed yourself. I got this. I can do this. I don't like that fake it till you make it because it's already in you. You don't have to fake anything. You just call on the strength of yourself, your higher being, but it's still going to be coming within you, whether you believe it's the universe, whether you believe it's yourself, God, Abba, whatever you believe it is, you call on it to assist you. And you tell yourself, I will make it. You listen to people telling you that you will make it. And again, you're like, I don't even know you. No, you don't know me. Now, if you believe in the universal law of one, then you know. But if you don't, that's fine too. You don't know me, but whatever you're going through in this point in time of your life, when I came on, I set the intention to encourage and to let you know. So we do know that things don't happen by coincidence. So whether you believe it or not, whether you feel it or not, you're so important. You're so special that someone in the state of Florida had to come on here to tell you you can make it even when all the things fall apart. That you can look up in 6 months, a year, two, three, four, five, and have more than you imagined in different areas of what's important to you. That it was so important to get on to let you know that you still have life when things fall apart, when it's all in shambles, that you still have breath, that you still have eyes to see, that you still can speak, that you still can hear, that you can still be of some service to someone. Now, I'm sure as we continue these Sundays, won't be long, 6 to 6:30 unless people are asking for questions. But as we go along, there's going to be more and more of an understanding sticking with it. Stick with yourself. Stick with the thing. Your mind is taking words, thoughts, are that's like food for your brain. So if you're digesting in your brain words that do not serve you, do not help you, do not make you feel good about yourself, then what do you think is going to come out? What thoughts, what visions, what and as a person who is a positive person, but gratitude up that, I have also seen how difficult it can be when your narrative is to go negative. And I used to think, oh, I know gratitude, so I'm good now, right? But then life started lifing at a higher level. And I heard something the other day. Someone was like, Florida hasn't been kind to you. No, Florida has been kind to me. And it just showed that that person, because of certain things that have happened in my life that we definitely will talk about, right? Feels almost a sense of it's the place you're in. But no matter what place I'm in, it's going to be me there. Whatever lessons that I have to learn, whatever lessons that I have to go through, that's going to be where I am, whether that's Florida, in the Caribbean somewhere with a pina colada, in the East Coast. It's not about the place. So you can't take on what other people are telling you about your experience. And I'm not saying it as to meant any harm. This person loves me, cares for me, But I have to make sure that the things in my mind are sane, because if I start feeling like Florida hasn't been good to me, guess what won't be good to me? Mhm. It's just that easy for now your mind to change. Florida has been excellent to me. Matter of fact, because of how I'm flipping it, Florida is about to show out for me. About to show out. It's going to be so many things that I'm going to see brand new in Florida that satisfy and fulfill me. It's amazing. So I'm just showing you in real time how you refocus. Yes, I am not denying the pain of things falling apart. I'm single. I never thought that would happen. You know, 20 years together, 10 years married. I thought, oh, it's going to last forever, right? And I still believe in love and I believe in union. But I'm just saying, when that fell apart, if I was like, this is over, it's done, there's nothing else for me to move on for, where would the space have been for me? I still matter. And then you will do that, and the other person, the other thing, the other environment, it moves on. It goes on about its business. And you're still stuck in everything falling apart. And while you're looking at everything that's fall apart, you're not looking ahead. You're not looking straight forward to see what's next. So that also means I'm looking down. So could there not mean that there might be things that are passing me that I can't see, opportunities, better things, because I'm looking and thinking about what didn't work. So the lesson has happened. You're thinking about it, is still in your mind, so your body, your brain thinks it's still going happening. And then you're compounding the emotion and feeling with sadness, and this is what kind of fruit is this going to produce? And if you get a chance, look it up. I saw it in a clip. A man talking to an apple, three different apples. One apple didn't pay no attention to it. The other apple spoke right to it. The other apple spoke bad things, rude things. Now, this is an apple. We're people now. That apple rotted so much faster. Seemed like the other apple grew bigger, and the apple that didn't have nothing kind of just like started to like wilter a little bit. So imagine that for yourself. I want to give you these analogies so you can understand what it's doing to you. Having your thoughts on negativity, on the misery, on the depression, on what's been done to you, holding on to pain, coddling it, it will make you sick. It will affect your health. And again, I'm not a doctor. I know my name is Poetic Nurse. Yes, my nursing is through poetry, words from the heart. But I do want to tell you that you can look this up. The things in your mind, the depression, the pain, the hate, the anger, it brews in, it just like, I feel like it brews in your body. And now we have these aches and we have these pains and we have these diseases and we have all of these things that are coming because we won't forgive. And it's not for them. The forgiveness is for us, and we hear it all the time. I remember it finally clicked for me when someone was like, you can forgive, but you don't have to put that person back in the same place. Oh, So I can forgive, but then ensure that that doesn't happen again. Let me utilize that. But it's not, we're in 2026. There are so many stresses just walking out your door. There's so many stresses being in your house holding your phone. What's coming at you? And then you're going to lay down and tell yourself you're nothing. This is going to continue to happen. I'm a failure. I'm never going to make it. Nobody makes it from where I'm from. What? Do you feel how heavy these words, these feelings are on your body? And maybe because of how I am determined to say the I ams and gratitudes, even to me, this is almost like tear worthy. Like my body does not like hearing these. It's like, why are you even saying these things? And that is, I want you to get beyond that. I want you to get to the point where you're like, not only am I going to make it, I'm going to thrive. I'm not surviving. I'm not striving. I'm going to thrive. And when you do, now I'm going to try something because we're getting to the end of this. So please subscribe if you haven't to Poetic Nurse. That's this page. I also have another page, Poetic Nurse Arts AI. That's Poetic Nurse Arts AI. Look it up. There's a lot of I ams, gratitudes. There's some sleep audios on there. And I just started to turn my poetry into songs. They are AI creations. They're all my words. My poetry is not by AI. It's always written by me, fully 100%. But the music. So I don't know if YouTube is going to trip out on this video. I guess I'll see. But I am going to play on the way out a new song. This song is, as I stated, from a poem that I wrote. And yeah, if you're creative, if you have a book that you know needs to get out, put it out. Okay. Um, because that really matters. Now let's see, because it's not. All right, here we go. So, um, I'm gonna play this song on the way out. And I thank you guys for everyone who came across, who listened, who subscribed. I appreciate it. All right, here we go. And remember that it's going to be every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we'll just get on for an hour and have some uplifting words. So here we go. This is called Off in the Distance. This is a poem that I turned into um, a song. Off in the distance, will you stay sweet? Off in the distance, stay kind to me. Pour out love, serve others, and the universe be delight. Yet when some mistake you for weak, you rise in divine power. They couldn't see because you healed in your hour.
Master your path. Leave them to be. The universe of colors is in the sky. Spirit on high, did you see? Did you see? They made a off in the distance.
So thank you for listening. Again, subscribe, like, share. I'll be posting it up as long as it lets me post it with this song. That was a song created by me called Off in the Distance. Also follow Poetic Nurse Arts AI. There I have a lot of recordings for IMs, gratitude, sleeps, and encouraging audios coming as well. So with that, have an awesome, awesome Sunday.